pressed record before I was really ready to record or do anything. So this is incredibly professional. This is the Daily Freakout. Oh, I'm not happy with that camera either. Let's do a little bit. No, it's not going to work. How about, oh, there we go. A little bit of zoom to make it super professional here at Bobby Freakout Studios. Welcome to the Daily Freakout. I didn't do yesterday's episode because I woke up feeling a bit average. I've really realized how, at the age of 42, I cannot eat 2 tubs of Ben & Jerry's ice cream for dinner. Just can't do it. Back when I was 19 or so, I lived in Richmond, in inner Melbourne for a little bit. And I still remember one time where I did the exact same thing that I do now, which is I eat a lot of ice cream. And I ate 2 tubs, and I'm talking big, like a litre tub, 1.5 tubs maybe. But they were big. One was like a nuts about chocolate, and the other one was hokey pokey. And I ate the whole enchilada, even though it was ice cream. And I felt pretty average the next day. Whereas now I eat much less than that, and I feel pretty average the next day. And I just can't do it. I have to eat a proper, much healthier meal. And it's very frustrating because I am a sweet tooth, and it's finally, you can't see it here on this camera angle, and I'm probably not going to show you on the camera angle, but I am feeling quite fat at the moment. It's amusing when you tell people, you say, "Oh no, I'm overweight and I've got to work on it," and they go, "Oh no, don't say that." It's like, no, come on, let's be honest here. I'm 42, I've got man boobs, and my gut is starting to hang over itself. That is not good. And it's just, you have to be realistic about these things, don't you? You have to say, hey, this is not good. This is not going to benefit me in the long term. I'm not going to feel good. I want to be able to do more things and be more active. I want to go geocaching and hiking, and I even want to, at some point, it's not going to happen anytime soon, but at some point I'd like to buy a canoe and go canoeing. And I feel like I should be somewhat healthy for that. I'm a good, strong swimmer, but I still need to be relatively light, or it would be better if I was light, if I could go canoeing, that kind of thing. Anyway, this is the Daily Freakout. I am back finally after 3 whole days off. I am completely unprepared. I'm not ready really that well. I've got a little bit to talk about, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to really just struggle through this one together. To the person who watched Friday's episode all the way through and gave it a like, you are a wonderful person. And if you would like to get in touch, I would love to give you those records, because you are the only person who watched. You watched all the way, and you liked it. And when I say you're the only person that watched, I'm serious. I can see the numbers. You're the only person. So you are an early adopter, and you deserve Julio Iglesias. That's what I'm telling you. For those who didn't watch, it was Julio Iglesias. Let's go to camera 2. Julio Iglesias. Oh, yes, very sexy. And Loving You, a compilation of hits. And if that person wants to get in touch, not that one. Here we go. I'm going to include Derek J with Last Chance for Love. That's right. Derek J with a fantastic bunch of songs here. Last Chance for Love, You Are the Love, I Don't Want to Talk About It, Release Me, Walk Right Back, Last Waltz, Spanish Eyes, Can't Help Falling in Love. It's amazing the kind of records that used to get made. For Derek J's fans in Sri Lanka and in Australia, this is an album that's a must for any collection. And for music lovers, generally, a great new treatment to the evergreens and his 3 original songs. That's right, he has got 3 original songs on here. Last Chance for Love, You Are the Love, and Remember Me. The last 2 written with someone called Brackett. Anyway, that's up for grabs for that person or anyone else who wants to. And there's some other absolute classics here that will probably get given away / thrown away at any point. I feel like these records I should hold on to, and I should try and go through them and sample them in some way, just in case I ever want to use some kind of sample for something, even though I'm not a sample artist or anything like that. But my loss is your gain to the viewers out there who are doing the hard work of slogging through this amateur, unprofessional, beginning stages podcast. I really appreciate it. What a absolute shock I just had to find that I actually hit a good sample just there, or a good noise in the sampler. Oh, pardon me. Okay. First thing I'm going to talk about today is the fact that I don't like the fact that we have to use meta products, i.e. Facebook, i.e. Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I like Instagram. I really do. But I remember when Instagram, before it was meta, and I really liked it then too. And the only reason I still use Facebook is for Marketplace. I barely have anyone on there. I occasionally send a friend a link on there, but I can do that through other methods quite easily. I don't bother with news or anything like that, because a number of years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago, I woke up and my Facebook account had been hacked, had been taken over. They'd changed the picture and stuff, and then eventually deleted. And there is no recourse to get anything back. There is no way you can actually contact Facebook and say, "Hey, this happened. What the hell?" And they sent the whole emails and stuff saying your password's been changed. And I was asleep. I couldn't do anything. And the whole thing was lost. All my communications, all this kind of stuff, all these messages from things. I'd had Facebook for a number of years, so all my stuff was gone. And I was just like, oh, well, that's it. I no longer use Facebook for genuine interactions with anyone. The stuff I see on Facebook is just absolute trash and AI crap throughout the whole thing. I can communicate with all of my friends and family through other methods much easier and without the risk. I don't save any of my pictures or anything to Facebook anymore. I used to. I had a few albums and stuff in there where it was a place where I was like, oh, well, that's where I've got them. That's fine. But that's just not the case anymore. And to be honest, a lot of my pictures are all saved to the iPhone or to the Apple Cloud, which is, as we know, just a computer that Apple owns. There is no quote unquote cloud. And that's just as dodgy and worrying. I really need to put some effort in and download it all to a hard drive in front of me. And of course, there's the risks with hard drives as well. The hard drive could have something damaging happen to it, and you'd lose that as well. So you need to always be aware of these things. It's the same as a photo album. Photo album can get burnt in a fire or a flood or something like that, or can be stolen. All that kind of stuff can happen. But Facebook will do nothing to try and help you to recover it. They do not care. And I assume the same for Instagram and anything else that Facebook are attached to. So I was looking at Facebook and I was looking at the numbers for some of the Daily Freakout headlines that I post on there. And I was thinking, how can I step this up? I wonder how I can improve, because I don't feel like the tags or anything are doing anything. I think my content is okay. Maybe it's not for everyone, but I think the little short form 1 minute headlines thing that I do is good. Except it's good enough. It'll evolve and improve over time, but I think it's good enough. How can I improve that? How can I fix that? Or not fix, but improve that. So I thought I'll have a look at what the being like signing up for verified, where you pay money and stuff, and they say, oh, verified people get this many extra views and stuff, and I'm just finding the one that I want to find, and because it's I haven't got my glasses on, I can't actually see what the hell I'm looking at here. And anyway, I looked it up. Business Premium, Business Standard, Business Plus. And I looked it up and I found these. So this is a screenshot from Meta with the amounts of money that you can spend in order to be verified and get stuff. And you don't get much, especially if you're just me and all you want to do is get a few more followers. You don't want more features and stuff. But $22 a month for Business Standard for the verified account. Just ridiculous. Now the next one, Business Plus, what's that say? $87.99 a month. Business Max. Does that actually say? I can't. I've got it. It's too far away. $689 a month. And then, Business Premium's a little bit less. So Business Max is obviously the max amount. But $699 a month for the Business Verified. And you can add links to Reels and you get a featured profile and all that kind of stuff. And the part of me that really doesn't, and I'm just thinking, did I actually include any of that in the, I just realized I didn't include any of that in the stream. But anyway, it doesn't matter. See, it would be a waste of money at the moment because the product that I'm putting out there is not actually good enough for anyone to see. So it's good that I don't pay for this kind of stuff. But it just blows my mind that how is that a good spending of money? Like Facebook/Meta doesn't need any of that money. Do you ever watch or look at Facebook and actually go to the advertisers? Do you ever actually check out some of these advertisers and where they're going? I don't know who does that. Comment in the comments somewhere if you actually go to these advertisers and actually use their products based on the advertising you see from social media. Because the products and the companies and stuff, I'll think of what I need or what I want and then I'll search for it. So I can understand paying Google maybe, because you go to Google, you search for something and then the product will come up. That's great. But I don't, especially not on Facebook, but on Instagram, I do not go through Instagram and see products and think that's the product that I want or that I want to go with, or I don't feel like it is genuinely working on me, as it were. Because anytime I see advertising come up on Instagram, I ignore it because I realize that it's an ad and it's not something for me. And for instance, I'm just scrolling, I've pulled up my phone and I'm looking through Instagram and I see the accounts that I follow and stuff like that, the ones that I see on a regular basis. And then Exit Plan Band. So it's a band. And it's come up and it's them saying we've been nominated for a People's Choice Award at the SA Music Awards. Now, on one of my other accounts, I'm starting up another podcast called The Rehearsal Room. Check it out. And I'm looking at a lot of bands. So it makes sense that I've been seeing a lot of bands in my advertising on my main account, which is the one that I scroll through and do the normal stuff. But I'm looking at Melbourne-based bands, not South Australian bands. And so this band from Adelaide, I'm sure they're very good. In one of the pictures here, they're wearing funny hats. That's fantastic. We'll see if we can have a little listen. this is Exit Plan from Adelaide. So yeah, they sound pretty good. Perfectly fine band. But they're paying for this ad because it's a sponsored post. And it's not going to get them anything. They got one extra view on one of their videos, and it got played on a podcast that no one listens to. Sorry, one person listens to. Thank you to you, the one follower. And it's just, I don't see how this kind of money, especially $600 a month, I don't see how it's worthwhile. Now, I'm sure there's probably somebody stopped recording just then, so I'm not sure what's happened there, but we'll see. I might have to edit some things together, which is annoying, so I try not to do that. But anyway, I don't see how that's worthwhile. I don't see how there's much point in doing that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going to be stuck in the doldrums of never having any followers and stuff like that. So anyway, if you are watching, listening, please like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, because it genuinely does get the message out there. Tell your friends, all that kind of stuff, grassroots and all that kind of stuff. Tell me how to improve, most importantly. If you think I can improve, tell me, because I would like to, because I think I can improve. Anyway, let's change camera angles and go to a new segment. This is not Advice Corner. Advice Corner normally happens over here. It's not going to be a book review, which is something that I want to do in the future as well. This is actually going to be a record review. So, the other day I played a band from Melbourne called the Trauma Boys. Psychobilly, rockabilly, whatever you want to call it, band from Melbourne. And I got their vinyl. I thought, you know what? I'm going to start buying in a way to circumvent YouTube's, the big major labels, copyright infringements and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to start buying and listening to a lot of independent music, and predominantly independent music on vinyl. That's the goal. And that is hopefully what I'm going to start doing on the show as well. So I bought their record. I got them to send it to me via Bandcamp. It came. It is fantastically awesome. It is the classic lo-fi punk rock DIY do-it-yourself kind of record. It's fantastic. I don't know where it was printed, who the company that printed it. All the details are in here. They, according to this, they recorded it over many, many years, which again is this fantastic do-it-yourself punk rock type of vibe. It was recorded between the years of for over 5 years, 2013 to 2018. Mastered by Brat Ferrer. Album artwork by Dean, edited by Megan, etc., etc. And it looks, and I'm just assuming here. I don't know. I do plan to get in touch with these guys and try and get them on the rehearsal room podcast and stuff. So I might have some interviews and stuff later. Maybe I'm just spitballing ideas. I don't know. But it appears to me that this is a James Crystal project. He seems to be the main guy, just from what I'm looking at here. But it looks like Dean is also the main guy. So you've got the guitars and the drums. And then they've got Nectar Mutafis. I apologize, Nectar, for pronouncing that incorrectly, who is the double bass player when they're live. And again, that to me is fantastic. I am a wannabe musician sometimes, and I never have the actual drive and motivation to get up and do it and make it happen. So good on these guys for making it happen. So now we're going to really fancy stuff here, guys. We're going to go to our third camera. Here we go. We're going to press play, and we're going to drop the needle right in the middle of the record. So who knows what we're going to hear? Here we go. And unfortunately, what we've got going on here is some bad audio. And when I say it's bad audio on my part, because I have not got things set up well here. That's what's going on. Just so you know. It's not them. It's not the recording. Hear that hum? Isn't that fantastic? I'm just going to wait until the next track takes off sometime soon. Damn, that's an annoying long pause in between tracks. So yeah, that hum there is because of me and because of the way I've got things set up here today. It's going to improve over time, so you'll hear at the very start times. But this is the Trauma Boys from Melbourne with the hum on the Bobby Freakout Hour. Oh, it's terrible, that hum, that buzz. It really annoys me. But you can see... So yeah, the Trauma Boys. Fantastic. Psychobilly. Lots of reverb. I'm going to do a full listen by myself off air at some point. I was hoping I'd get to play more of that, but it just, the hum is just doesn't do them justice, and I don't want to do them like that, because it's a good record. Anyway, Trauma Boys, check them out. They're on Bandcamp. They're on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I hope they don't pay for Instagram. Let's see if they pay for Instagram, because I don't want them to. I want their music to get out there without them having to pay extra money for the advertising. No, they don't. And good on them. They've got a lot more followers than me, so maybe that's how to do it. Trauma Boys music. There we go. And I've run out of things to say, and I have no idea, because I had to stop and start, how long this has actually been going for. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for listening all this way, or watching all this way. If you have, really do appreciate it. Hopefully tomorrow's episode will be a bit better, and we will go into the future making even better and better content with every single episode. With your support, I can do it. Anyway, I should have said that to my mum back in the day, shouldn't I? Thank you very much. This has been the Daily Freakout for Tuesday, the Tuesday, the 9th, the September of 2025. And I hope to be back tomorrow. Oh, work. Come on. Oh, it's the wrong one. There we go. Professional. #professional.